What's up, everybody? We're introducing a new product here at Alto. We're calling it the cold cupping kit. That's right, Alto is releasing something on how to cup cold brew coffee. And we got the master himself, Arthur. Arthur, walk me through this. And little known fact, Arthur was the one who created this, so I'm excited to learn more about cold cupping. What are the things that we need to cold cup?
You're gonna need your brewing vessel, your Alto filter, some coffee, handy dandy scale.
Not sponsored by Alto.
No, our...
You don't even remember the name of it.
I forgot the name of it.
It's
so
okay.
new.
It's the cold cupping sheet. That's what we called it. It's just the cold cupping sheet. It's just on the very top. What else?
Your TDS meter.
That's right. Get it on the website.
And water, which is all the way over there.
That's right. But I think you're forgetting one thing.
Ah, yes. The cupping spoon.
That's right. Alto just released their cupping spoons, and this all comes together in a kit, minus the TDS meter and the scale. You get 4 of the vessels with 35 of the filters. How do we begin to cold cup? Why are we cold cupping? Why did you create this?
So this will help with quality control, getting some flavor notes on your guys' cold brew, and just be able to dial in what you want for cold brew.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things that we wanted within the cold cupping process was to begin to take it as serious as the hot cupping. That was something that you mentioned back at the warehouse, that we feel that cold brew isn't taken as serious as hot coffee, and we feel like that's just not okay. So that's why we created the cold cupping kit. So what is the first step that we need to do with cold cupping? What does that look like?
First, pick out the coffee that you want to brew. Go ahead and grind it, and then fill it into one of your little handy dandy cold brew filters.
About how much coffee are we doing?
So we're doing about 64 grams to 1 quart. So each one of these little guys are 1 quart.
Got it.
Yeah.
And for those of you playing along at home, that's 946 grams of water. I instantly did the math in my head.
Did you?
Yeah, it's not like I knew that number going into it, but...
No. What ratio is it?
I think, off the top of my head, it's 1 to 15. I'm pretty good with numbers that way. What's next?
The water.
Oh, the water. Get the water. Water break.
Okay. Get the scale. Add your water like so. Go ahead and get your Alto cold cupping lid. Make sure it's on there well. Then just give it some little stirs.
So agitation.
And then wait for the desired brew time. We recommend 14 hours.
14 hours. And this is kind of a debatable topic. We think that the range is what, between 12 and 20?
Yeah, about 12 to 24 hours.
Okay, so this is something that you're gonna have to dial in. We at Alto feel that 14 hours is the optimum thing, but again, coffee's a spectrum and you have to figure out for yourself. If you wanna try our method first and then calibrate back from that, that's a great way to start. We're putting these standards because you just need to place the standards, but again, coffee's about experimentation and we're okay with that. All right, so we just brewed for 14 hours, just like that.
Wow.
Real quick, we have to do what with the filter?
Harvest it.
Harvest it. Okay, so that's basically a fancy word for drain and get rid of the filter.
Yep.
It's a Latin word, harvest. All right, throw that bad boy in here.
Let it drain for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then just...
You would go ahead and do that for all 4 of these. At this point, now you have delicious cold brew ready to cup. What is the next step on that?
So the next step, we're just gonna go ahead and check the TDS.
That's right, go ahead and pick one of these up on the website.
Now, if you don't have a TDS meter, you don't have to check it. Just something to keep track of all the brews.
This is an optional step that we put on the sheet. We felt like it was another way to elevate your cold brew. Again, totally optional, but we love how you can check for the consistency between each brew. It's especially helpful when you're checking between different coffees that you're cupping. So on this one, how did the TDS do?
We're doing pretty good. It's at 2.1, a little high, but not bad.
So he's gonna mark that down on here. You have handwriting like a little baby iguana. So then the next step on the cupping is
Slurpees.
ooh. What is the reason? Why do we do this slurpage?
Like, why do we slurp instead of just drinking?
Yeah, like why can't you just like drink it like a normal human?
So it's able to aerate the coffee, kind of like drinking wine, and just get a whole bit of cold brew over your palate. Try to get all the different flavor notes.
Okay. All right. So we're about to hit this.
Yeah. Have you ever slurped?
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. So on that first sip, what are we looking for? What are some of the things that we're running down the list on?
So what we should have done first is kind of smell the aroma of the cold brew. So get your Man, I'm just-
dumped it on.
Destructive.
Mark a number on there. We decided to go with a scale from 1 to 5 because we felt like the arbitrary starting of at 6 for most specialty coffee is kind of unnecessary. So we wanted to simplify that. It's 1 to 5 and it breaks into 0.25 increments. So 1, 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, 2, all the way to 5. Arthur has just given this a 3 and then he's gonna go ahead and write down the number 3. After aroma, then what are we hitting?
We're gonna go with flavor and aftertaste. Kind of grade those two a little bit together.
We can do it just.
So after aroma, you're gonna go ahead and do flavor, aftertaste, acidity, bitterness, sweetness, weight and body, mouthfeel and texture, and then clean cup and balance. And then once you're done grading everything on the sheet, you go ahead and total it all up out of 50.
And we go into greater detail within the pamphlet of what each of these things that you're looking for. If this is your first time cupping, these are terms that are familiar within specialty coffee, but if it's your first time cupping, we do have it laid out within the pamphlet that comes with the cold cupping kit, which is also written by Arthur. All right, so after you've put all the numbers in, what do you do at the very end? How do you complete this?
You go ahead and total up everything and see what you got out of 50.
Okay, and why do we choose out of 50? I mean, because I know that normal specialty is out of 100.
Yeah, so just thought it'd be a little bit easier, but if you wanted the 1 out of 100 scale, just multiply the 50 score that you got by 2.
By 2. Or how many coffees would you recommend cupping at once?
So we just did about 4 cold brews. Usually a lot of shops don't have that many cold brews on tap. So we thought that'd be perfect range to judge and grade either 4 different cold brews or 2 different cold brews
At the same time,
but 2 different recipes.
So I believe that's it. This is going to be releasing really soon. Everything's going to come together in this kit. We'd love to hear your feedback on it. If you have any questions, DM us, email us, whatever. We'll find it and we'll answer those questions. We're just out here to elevate the craft of cold brew. Thanks for coming in.